Hey guys, it's Ryan from OB Training and Sports Performance, and today I want to talk about squatting. So whenever someone comes to the gym, one of the first things they try to tell us is that they can't do squats. They say it hurts their knees, they said they've had problems with it in the past. So I want to talk about exactly why that happens and then how you can fix it. So real simple, what we see most common is when people squat, the first thing they do is they lead with their knees. So their knees shoot out in front of them and they come down in a position that looks like this. So you can see, number one, the knees are going over the toes. They're also caving in. So one way to fix that is simply to sit down. So you notice as soon as I sit on this box, I'm already in a good squat position. My knees are behind my toes. I'm in a parallel position here with my hips, and my shin is almost vertical. So we don't want to have too much forward lean in the shin, because that's when we get that issue in the knees that we talked about earlier. So as you can see, sitting on the box automatically puts me in the great position for squatting. And then all you have to do is literally stand up. So then as you go down, what we're looking for is for the knees to stay out, to stay back, while our chest is staying up. So it should look something just like this, not like this. So one of the other issues that we see when people are squatting is the positioning of their lower back. So a lot of times as they reach this bottom position, they end up in this hunched over, rounded position. Where you want to be is still sitting nice and upright. So there should be a nice straight line down your back. So as you go up and as you go down, nothing here should change. We should always stay nice and straight throughout the whole movement. If you find yourself where your chest is caving in and your back is rounding over, right away we know there's an issue. So again, revert back to the box, sit yourself in this upright position, and then stand. So one easy thing you can always think about is if you're having trouble getting to a certain position, start yourself in that position. It's always easier to start in the hard spot and then bring yourself back to the original starting position or where you normally be in a squat. Because if you start from a standing position and try to lower down, if you're not used to lowering your own body down, you might run into some issues. So one of the last things I want to talk about when it comes to the squat and making sure that you stay pain-free is the engagement of your core. So what I'm talking about here is as you're squatting, it's not just your legs. Your whole midsection should be involved as well. So one easy way to get that involved is when you're starting in the top position is to first breathe out as hard as you can, and you'll notice that your core engages automatically. When this is engaged, it's going to hold everything else in place. So now as I come down, there should be no movement in my back like we talked about earlier because my core is engaged to hold it there. As soon as I relax my core, you can see that I'm going to want to fall over. My hips are going to want to kick out. I'm going to get a big arch in my back the other way, which we don't want as well. Looking at it from the top position, when my core is engaged, everything should be straight in line. As soon as I release, my hips will kick back out. So we want to make sure that we always keep this engaged and that we keep our pelvis and our spine in a neutral position. Try these 3 tips next time you squat, and I'm sure that you're going to be pain-free.